Aquarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late July 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aquarius collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for our Aquarius friends in late July? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always intriguing. Let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aquarius in late July. What's the vibe? What's the energy here as we move closer towards Leo season? Depending on when you see this, it might already be. So let's get this first card out. There we go. Thank you. You are rare and free. I like this card. This might be one of the first times it's actually shown up for one of the zodiac signs, and I really do like this. And it is about appreciating not just things and situations you're in, but also yourself. This could be a huge card of self-confidence, like whenever it pops out to me. I think it's really nice, and it gives me a good boost of energy. So hopefully this leads to all good things. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this card. Now, I always like to explain that I read this more intuitively when the card comes out. It's more about what it makes me feel as opposed to what it shows me. But notice, she's sitting there, she's surrounded by the flowers, she seems happy and content, looking, feeling great. It reminds me of the Queen of Wands, and that is a big card of the self-confidence, how one looks upon themselves and treats themselves. So for some Aquariuses, this could be really great. Maybe in this time you're feeling great, you're feeling good, nice boost of energy. For some of you, it might be the opposite, right? Like where maybe you need to do a little inner building in this time. Maybe you need to start appreciating how unique of a person you are, the beautiful things that you bring to the people around you in the world. This is a really nice card. Now, it does speak about some freedom. To me, there is something here that ties to nature as well. So for those of you that have been feeling a little low, maybe Spirit wants you to get some nature experiences going. But I really like this card. You know, you are one of a kind, my friends. Never lose sight of that. So I think that's a great way to start off the reading. Hopefully it's not buttering us up for what's to come, but we're going to let her chill right there. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for Aquarius. Late July. What's happening here, guys? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. I saw a ton of people in your reading last week. So that could be something that bleeds over for a couple weeks. And the reading was titled Here They Come. And it felt to me like Aquarius, you had a certain magnetism about you, and you probably will for quite a while. Whether it's like particular people or just people in general, it just felt like people, and just drawing things in, which I guess depending on your perspective could be a really good thing. It could also be a bad thing. I guess it depends. But let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we can be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for my beautiful Aquarius friends. What do we have here? Okay. 6 of Swords. It's movement. It's action. It's usually a card of improvement. It's energy that's moving forward. For some reason, I'm skeptical about it, though. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a couple more. Quick. Thank you. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. The total opposite. So we have the 6 of Swords, but then we have the 9 of Wands, the wounded warrior. Let's get one more out here. Thank you. Chariot. So this is like a stutter step of energy here, Aquarius, where it's like go, stop, go. It's like very bizarre how it's presenting itself. And we're going to have to see how it all plays out. There's a lot of power here in your reading this week. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So yeah, I already know this is going to be a nuanced reading for you this week. But as far as the elements go, we have a pretty good balance. We have air, which is your power element, because although you are the water bearer, you are an air sign. That's the realm of communication, logic, the mindset. We have fire. That's another pretty good element that ties in well with Aquarius. That's the realm of action, momentum. It could be a little unpredictable. We'll cover that in a moment. And then we have water here on the back end, which is the emotional realm. So it's kind of giving me like a go, stop, go. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm fine again. Like the energy's like going back and forth, like between extremes. And we're definitely going to want to look into it further, especially with how it feels. But let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out, because we have a lot of different areas of life. This could be separate things, right? Like some areas could be great, some areas not so much. But we'll start here. Position number one, we have the Six of Swords. And as you can see, we have the people in the boat. They're coming out of choppy waters into calm. So normally I see this card as a card of improvement, things getting better, coming through from something really rough, something you've been probably healing from a while or fighting against. And it's like, okay, I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Things are starting to get better. That's the best thing here. This can also deal with travel. It can also deal with situations involving distance. But to me, when I see the Six of Swords, it's like, all right, yeah, no, things are moving along. This is an action card. It's usually really nice. The challenge with this card, it could sometimes represent giving up on things a little too easily. It could represent abandonment or feelings of abandonment. It could be brushing stuff under the rug where it's like, oh, that's uncomfortable. I'll circle back on that. Like, oh, that's uncomfortable. I don't really want to look at it right now. I'll look at it eventually. That's one of the challenges of this card. So, and sometimes it could even be someone that isn't handling something the way they should be. So if you're dealing with a person that's not the most responsible in its challenge. Okay, remember, we always look at the positive first. We wait for clues to see if it's a challenge. Now, moving to the center is where we reach what could potentially be our first challenge, because we have the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. And you see him standing there. He has erected a wall. He's got the bandage over that. He's been through some things, right? He's been around the block a couple times and he's seen some stuff, right? Like, so to me, this is another card of recovery. So for some Aquarius, maybe there's something you're still recovering from, whether it's a mental, physical, emotional thing. But he's building the wall. So it's like, I see this Six of Swords going, and it's like, no, rejected. Let's talk about the positives first, though. So, positives of the Nine of Wands. This could be a card where you are just very protective of yourself. You're very protective of your loved ones. It's very territorial. It's skeptical. It's like, yeah, I'm watching you. I got my eye on you. So again, that comes with experience, good, bad, and indifferent. So when I see the Nine of Wands, this is someone that's vigilant, not someone that's easy to pull something over on. In the challenge with this card, it could be someone that is completely sealing themselves off. This could be communication issues. This could be someone that is like, fully retracting their energy. This could be blockages of all kinds, communication, you name it. And in its worst case scenario, it could be rejecting something. So we'll see. I mean, there is recovery, but there's also this energy where it's like, no, I'm building a wall. No, no thanks. Because, like, yeah, the way the energy goes, it's like just very choppy for some reason. So again, I'm not sure if there is something you might potentially be rejecting. Um, I don't want to say sweeping it under the rug. We'll see. We'll see if this is a problem or a situation. Now, moving to the back end, it's like we come out the other side with the Chariot. This is one of the fastest moving cards in the whole entire deck. It links to the Cancer Collective, so you might be connected to Cancer. It's a card of determination, movement, speed, action. This is someone that's not going to wait. So we could look at this a couple of different ways. Either it's like it was going, then we had this rough patch, and then boom, things got even better than before. Or it could be like both of these cards, the Six of Swords and the Chariot, are like converging on the Nine of Wands. So hopefully it's not like one thing after another. We'll have to see. But this is also a card of distance and travel, making stuff happen. It's big action. We're either going towards something or moving away from it. So the challenge with this card, it can be very confrontational. This card, remember, chariots were always made as an instrument of war. So when I see it, it's like, no, you want to build a wall? Like, oh yeah, you want a wall? Like, nope, no thanks. I'm just going to run right through it. This card is very insistent and aggressive sometimes in its challenging sense. So we're just going to have to see how it plays out, because it could be really great for some of you, but others, yeah, especially if you're in Nine of Wands mode, it just really depends. There's a lot of pressure build up here. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Aquarius. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. What is happening for Aquarius? Please. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the Six of Swords. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aquarius, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get that Six of Swords going, please. Hopefully it's improvement. Thank you. Huh. Okay. So the energy to me, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse underneath the Six of Swords. Watch out for group situations, group dynamics, or people that are just a little bit difficult to deal with. For some Aquariuses, now might be a good time if you're wanting to like have a little getaway or need some time for yourself, or hermit mode. Now might be a pretty good time to think about that and explore that. Because when I see the Three of Pentacles in reverse under the Six of Swords, it's like I just need a little time alone, or it's like I just need a little me time. That's the first thing I'm picking up. Very specific, right? I would usually pick up stuff like this in a personal reading, and I'm getting it for the general. So for some Aquarius, it's like, yeah, maybe you need a little you time. Nothing wrong with that. Now, the Three of Pentacles is usually a card of work. People putting in effort together. It's a teamwork, makes the dream work vibe, and I also link it to potentially the people you work with, collaborate with. When I see it in reverse underneath the Six of Swords, it's like, yeah, I don't want to collaborate with that person, or I don't want to collaborate in general. So for some of you, in the most positive sense, this could represent a little getaway, a little vacay, right? A little bit of you time. Nothing wrong with that. But for some of you, this energy is like the all the people, all the energy, it just feels like it's too much. It feels like it's overwhelming. So I would say in this time, watch out for being overwhelmed, especially by other people. That's just showing up here very strong. So a little bit of a warning. For some of you, if you're going on a vacation or you're getting a little you time, beautiful, perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. But for some of you, it just watch the pressure of other people. I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Let's go in on the Nine of Wands. Let's see what that has, because that's what has me kind of raising an eyebrow, like these two back ones. Because this energy here in the center, it's like, I don't have a lot of energy. That's why that Nine of Wands. Let's see. Okay. Very concealed type of energy here. So we have the Two of Wands, which is usually a card of planning. It's usually a card of strategy. And it's like, oh, there doesn't look like there's much happening, but really there is. So if there's any situation you're dealing with where all seems very quiet, uh, not much seems to be going on, things seem to be like a little too quiet, I wouldn't buy it. This can most definitely be someone like in the planning phase, whether they're planning an action, planning towards you. Like I'd get a lot of strategizing behind closed doors, privately type of energy here. I'm not going to say I feel a rejection yet because I still want to look at the Chariot, but remember he's also building a wall here. There's something here about solitude as well. But usually this card, I like it. It's like I just need a little time to think. That's another vibe here. So again, watch the pressure. Watch pressure from the outside, other people's situations, because that could become very unbearable to you in this time. So when I see the Nine of Wands with the Two of Wands, it's like I just need a minute. Give me a minute. So again, whether that's coming from you or someone else, it's like I need a second to breathe. That's how it feels to me. Either that or it's just someone that's planning. Like even if things seem quiet, there's like a lot of planning and strategy going on. Let's move over to the Chariot and we'll see what that has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Chariot here? My beautiful Aquarius friends, please. Thank you. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords. It's like an energy that goes 0 to 100, just like I was hoping it wouldn't for some reason. It's just something that intensifies really, really quickly. So again, follow your gut, follow your intuition in this time, because I've been seeing this for the other air signs this week. Um, Seven of Swords is a very hidden energy, and remember what I said here. It's planning behind closed doors. It's someone that's like, oh, I just need a minute, and then like the energy just like breaks through out of nowhere here on the back end, where it's like 0 to 100. the way the energy just seems to intensify. So I would say watch out for situations that are a little volatile, like surprising problems, unexpected problems, or just situations that pop up out of the blue, because I feel like the energy just intensifies very, very quickly the way it goes. Seven of Swords, in its classical sense, has some good things. In its most positive sense, it's a card of the hidden, the unknown, things that are going on outside of our view. But in its worst case scenario, this could be someone that's not very trustworthy. This could be someone that's scheming, liars, thieves, all that kind of stuff. And we're not saying that's definitely it. I just like to show you the full spectrum. But when I see it under a card of action, okay, when we go from action to stop to action again with this card, it's like, I did not see that coming. I did, like, it just caught me off guard. So I would say watch out for various situations that either intensify really quick or you just don't see it coming. Kind of feels like a blind side in a way, which can be good sometimes, right? Not all towers are bad towers, not all blind sides are bad. It's just something that comes out of nowhere. Like I said in the middle, something may seem chill, something may seem very quiet, but it's not. Like, that's just how this feels to me. So just take from that what you will. I would say be a little cautious, have the head on a swivel over the next couple of weeks because things could pick up steam quick. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow part. A little bit of a warning there. But position number one, we have the Six of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. I did say this felt like needing a little me time, a little bit of alone time. Um, Aside from that, just watch out for outside pressure because there could be like various situations or people or this, and it's like, I'm getting claustrophobic. So watch out for energies like that. If you've got a vacation planned in the short term future, beautiful. Like I said, just what the doctor ordered. Moving to the middle, we have the Nine of Wands with the Two of Wands. Yeah, a little planning, a little strategy going on behind closed doors over here. And another thing I'm picking up is also someone saying, I just need a minute to breathe. Like, I just need a second. The energy comes back with a vengeance as we get to the back end, though, because we have the Chariot with the Seven of Swords, complete out of nowhere. So there could be various things that intensify really quick. Like I said, this could be like surprising or unexpected situations or problems, even. Like, it could be anything in between. To me, it just goes from 0 to 100, or like from nothing to everything really, really quick, which could also add more pressure. So just watch out for any situation that makes you feel like you're being pressured. Please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, my friends. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point within the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel. I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get your shadow card out here. What do we got in the shadows for Aquarius? Thank you. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. All right, so don't assume anything in this time. I don't know why that's coming through the way it is. If you're connected to an earth sign, this is them showing up here. But the Knight of Pentacles is the complete total opposite of what we picked up here on the back end. Usually this is a calm, slow, reliable, predictable type of energy. So when I see it within the shadows, it's telling me like, listen, don't take anything for granted. Or like, this is an energy where it's like, oh, just know that anything is possible, Aquarius. Like, don't take any possibility off the table. I don't know why it's coming through that way, but sometimes all is not what it seems. Okay, there are things that could take a turn for better or for worse at any time. So this energy is a little all over the place, even in the shadows, where we go from like this extreme energy. Now, if we're talking about words of encouragement, the Knight of Pentacles could be Spirit saying like, all right, Aquarius, you may not see it right now, but things will calm down, the energy will calm down, things will get better. But I also feel like don't assume things, anything in this time, whether it's like assuming what someone's going to do or assuming what someone's thinking or assuming anything when this card shows up, because this energy could surprise you. So we're just going to leave it at that, Aquarius. That's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The July subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. My digital calendar's over there, so you could go check out availability. But for the July subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of one of my most favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. It's beautiful, it's unique, and it definitely fits this season. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's two simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, and second, let me know down in the comments, for all the uses that tarot has to offer, which do you think is best? Do you like using it for love situations, personal, financial, business, you name it? You put it in the comments, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.